50 burger on the Eagles. Then they get like 50 points put on them by the Buccaneers. It was like a very similar score, if I remember.
Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. This offense ready to get going again now. And all game they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here.
So it looks like they might have RPO here. Maybe to 83.
Now Hurts. The pass caught by Johnson.
Dived over me.
And he gets the first before he's down.
Alright. I'd rather that a completion than an incompletion. I want the clock to run.
Trying to throw here out of the gun.
This is not what I want.
It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Working inside the red zone. Completed here to Uzama. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. So that brings us to the
Finally, I feel like the games are a lot longer than it is in college, yet it's set up the same way. Usually my college games, they're within 60 minutes. I don't want these videos to be too long. That looked like a touchdown to me. They're not going to review that?
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
I'm going to review it.
Back to throw, Hurts.
They don't need to review it. And the guy that should have gotten the touchdown. I think Jahan Dotson is the leading receiver. I could be wrong, but in the game, he's the leading receiver for the Eagles. He seems pretty fluid. Like, A.J. Brown was there a little bit. Smith got a couple catches, but it's gonna look. They're stat padding right now, honestly. They seriously put their hand, like their onside kick team. Got it. Try to, let's see. Clock management, quarterback news. To send this game. I feel like this is where they would start kneeling it. They're not going to call a timeout, that's great. Let's see, on the clock, yep. Finally. I wanted this to be done within 60 minutes. At least the second video is not too long.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Well, Brock, I think we're both thinking another kneel likely coming here on third down.
This will be the last knee.
And they'll kneel it down.
It's going to run out the clock here. Feedback is, if I'm betting, which is the whole point of like this channel, right, is to see like how the simulation feels and how it will compare to like what the spreads are and stuff. I don't think the Packers should be the underdog here, especially if they're not playing in Philly. Given based off of how the season's ended for these teams, like Packers almost beat the 49ers, who were in the Super Bowl. I think the 49ers had to come back like on the last, pretty much. And I'm pretty sure if the Packers would have played the Lions, the Packers would have had a good shot at beating them. And they beat Kansas City.
This has been the NFL on EA Sports.
That was
The Packers are
disrespectful.
your winners as we say
We're gonna take a look
adios,
at the
Mexico
stats
City.
here, like we do every other game. Let's see, player stats. Jalen Hurts had a better quarterback rating than Jordan Love. Very similar stats though, but it looks worse on Jordan Love because of those two interceptions, the one by Bradbury and the pick six by Slade. Completion percentage was pretty good, but he did not play that great. So those numbers are misleading. Got a lot of those numbers came like in garbage time when they were already down big. Josh Jacobs, 24 runs, 131 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5.4 yards a carry. AJ Dillon, pretty much for like cleanup crew. He came in and did his thing. Jordan Love had a couple of like important runs or a little. Barkley, man, 10 runs, 20 yards. Is Barkley going to be a bust this year for fantasy and just betting in general? Jalen Hurts. This was not like how his stat line would look last year. He didn't have many games where he was only 3 carries, 16 yards. See receiving. We do have a 100-yard receiver. I was right. The leading receiver for Philly was Jahan Dotson. He was actually the leading receiver in the game. 111 yards and 5 catches. And we have Musgrave and Watson, the leading receivers on Green Bay. AJ Brown, 2 catches, 19 yards. And they were both on read options. They weren't even like good routes. Dobbs, 2 catches. He always had games like that though. Jaden Reed, 1 catch for 55 yards. That was a hell of a catch. If I'm betting on any time touchdown, I do like Musgrave. I would probably do Musgrave, but I really like Josh Jacobs. I think Josh Jacobs is a great bet. And if you want like a backup running back with good odds, he might have AJ Dillon might have like 200 plus, maybe it's possible 300. I think he might be a good bet in this game, especially if it gets out of control like it did in this one. See how we did on defense. Let's go to the Eagles. Devin White was the leading tackler. I don't know, their defense didn't seem that great. Darius Slade was okay. I mean, we didn't really throw that much at them. Their safeties was okay. Yeah, that's it. That's gonna be an end for this video. And our next game for and this one. Panthers at the Saints. It's gonna be our next game. I'm gonna play as the Panthers. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you like the content, subscribe, leave a like on the video, leave a comment below who you think is gonna win this game. Put your who you're gonna bet on, anytime touchdown, stats. You know the drill. I'm out.